So it's been a bit since I was on here, updating you on what's going on in the world of Lou.Miller. So I think where I left off, I was John Connor. Well, that sort of exploded. That John Connor-ness sort of exploded. And I lost internet connectivity. I had no Wi-Fi here in the house for whatever reason. And simultaneously, but not related, the internet on my phone stopped, and I could not make outbound phone calls, and I could not make outbound text messages on my phone, and I really became kind of isolated. And the issue mainly there was I had no way to communicate with anybody, to say, hey, the internet's out, can you fix it? Mainly being the landlord, because that's who has the internet package, the internet contract, I should say. So I took myself somewhere that had Wi-Fi, signed on to their Wi-Fi, and was able to get in touch with him, and we eventually got that fixed. But it took some doing. I was rebooting the modem router stuff multiple times a day, and he was in touch with the internet provider here in I think it's Telcel or Telmex or something like that. He was in touch with them, trying to get them to fix things on their end. And then he had an intermediary going back and forth from the house to their office. So that was kind of a whole ordeal. But that eventually resolved itself. And my phone started working again about 2 days after I got internet back. So that was a bit of a dark time. I was not able to be in touch with people aside from wandering around, and I got tired of using the taxis all the time, and I just kind of hunkered down here in the house and went into survival mode, which is not ideal. I'm trying to get out of survival mode. So that was a bit tough. We got all that resolved, and about 2 weeks later, the internet cut out in the house. The whole upper floor cut out, and the downstairs level, we had some flickering and shorts. And you're like, okay, so what's the big deal? You're really staying downstairs then while you get that upper floor fixed? Well, in the midst of everything technical cutting out, the air conditioning in my chosen bedroom also stopped. So I have a bunch of bedrooms upstairs, downstairs, and I chose to stay downstairs because, hey, why not? Lazy living. 10 feet from the coffee, 20 feet from putting the dog out, and there's no stairs to deal with in everyday life. So that happened. That I had no air conditioning in that room. No problem. I have multiple choices upstairs. So the air conditioning, one by one, I noticed was not really working upstairs. So stayed in the smallest bedroom, which has big, almost wall size windows right next to the bed, so you can actually get some breeze. If there is a breeze, you can do that. So that was all happening simultaneously. Thankfully, I did have contact with my landlord, and he was eventually able to get that fixed. Turned out to be an issue with the electrical at the, what's it called? No, I can't think of what it's called. Transformer, not the transformer. But anyhow, the electrical coming into the house from the city network. So he had an electrician work on that. And then upstairs, we also saw that there was water leaking into the fuse box, the upstairs fuse box. So that obviously is a problem. We got that fixed as well. So electric's working. While all of that was going on, I was still dealing with the normal John Connor stuff. I have figured out the laundry situation. It does involve bailing water into the laundry machine, and then the water dumps out, and then I have to bail that and discard it. So laundry day, that's exercise day. I don't do any further exercise that day. That's it. I end up stupid sweat coming off of me. But hey, that's okay. Purging, right? Cycling the gunk out through my sweat pores, which is fine. That's fine. I've gotten comfortable with nasty sweat, like sweating nasty, being slimy with sweat. And I say slimy with sweat because it's mixing with my lotion. At this point, the sweat that's coming out is just water, which is fantastic. I can tell the difference in that. For those of you who sweat a lot, you know, the first sweats are kind of gunky and then they get clean. But yeah, so often I would just be sitting here because it's hot and it's humid, and big globs of sweat would come off and collect and make an actual plat, plat, plat sound, depending on what they land on. And if they landed on a shirt or something, make like a dime-sized mark because there was so much water coming off. So that's just life now. I'm resolved to that. That's what laundry looks like. So yeah, as soon as laundry is done, a shower follows shortly. But that's all right. That's kind of just built-in exercise here, island living style. And now I'm feeling better. I've been doing a lot of stuff on the island, getting to know some people on the island, some other expats and some other locals, and being a bit more comfortable with them. Been trying some interesting new foods, been going to some cultural experiences, and I'm looking forward to sharing all that. So sorry this is a bit of a long rambling catch-up video to let you know where I'm at, but I'm doing better. Ready to share everything, excited for you to see what's been going on.